We call this process rattan, R-A-T-A-N. It's how I remember it. And we used to call it how to fire a buyer, but we always thought that was a little harsh, so we've changed the subject, we've changed the name of it to something a little different called no confidence. And this is really a way to say hello or goodbye to a buyer. Let's say that you do have that buyer who wants a $300,000 house for $250,000. The first thing I would do is sit down with them after you've shown them a few houses and review. And I would say, you know, Mary and Tony, we've talked a lot, we've seen a lot of houses together. You don't seem very excited about any of them. That's the review, R. The next thing you have to do is apologize. And I would say, you know, I'm sorry, perhaps I missed something. I certainly didn't mean to waste your time showing you these houses. Generally, when this happens, it's because somebody wants something in the home that's not there, or there's something in these homes that's different than what you're looking for. Help me understand where we are. Let's see if we can get on the same page. And I'd really love to know what it is that you're looking for that I missed. That's the A, apologize. Review, apologize, and then say these magic words. What are your thoughts? Please tell me what you're thinking. I'm not married to any of these houses. I need your help in understanding what it is you're looking for before we can get there. And if they say to you, well, I don't know for sure, or whatever, or they just are a little dodgy, then go to the arrow that I just described to you and say, this is what I think you want to pay, and this is what I think you want to buy. Talk about the discrepancy between the two, explain the difference in the payment amounts, and see if you can reach a consensus as to which way to go forward. Take your time. As long as you don't confront, but you try to build consensus, you're going to be fine. Now, rarely, very, very rarely, someone will tell you that they just, if you don't think you can do the job, they don't want to work with you anymore. This is what I would tell somebody that wants to buy a $300,000 house for $250,000 and is very insistent on the fact that they can find one. I would say, and this is literally the script, I would say, you know, John and Mary, I completely understand what you're trying to accomplish. My problem is pretty simple. You would like to buy a $300,000 house. What I think it's going to cost about $300,000 for $250,000. We've talked about what it is you're looking for. We've looked in the MLS. I'm not seeing anything, nor do I have any confidence that I'm going to see anything that's going to meet your needs at that price. What I'd like to do is have you work with somebody who feels they can get that job done for you, because I don't. And I'd like to have you as a friend. I'd rather part ways as friends and have you move on in your search for a home with somebody else. Now, if you have enough gumption, and if you know your scripts well enough to do that, 75 to 80% of these people will get on the right page very, very quickly, and they'll buy a home either at a lower price range and accept some of the lesser features, or they're going to go ahead and make a commitment to a higher priced home and go on and purchase that from you. But either way, everybody's going to be happy, everybody's going to be fine. The most important thing, and the only thing that you cannot do, is continue to work in that situation. Now, how can you tell that you're there? How can you tell that you've got a buyer that's frustrating you, and perhaps they're frustrated themselves? The first thing I would ask you to do is listen to your guts. If your guts are telling you, I don't want to see Tony and Mary today, I don't think they're reasonable. If you're grumbling to yourself or your spouse about them, chances are you need to have this conversation. This conversation is probably one of the best time management tools. It'll save relationships for you. It'll get you on the right page with people. I can't ever remember having this conversation with someone where I felt that they were not happy with it. They were not appreciative of the fact that I had it with them. I don't remember ever getting any serious pushback from somebody. So if you're grinding your teeth about somebody, Smile, have the conversation. Review the situation. Apologize and say, hey, maybe I missed something. Let's try to get on the same page with what it is you're looking for. Ask them for their thoughts sincerely with an open mind and an open heart. Then go ahead and draw out the arrow and say, this is what you want to pay, this is what you want to buy. Point out that little bit of a discrepancy. See if you can build consensus with them. And at the end of it, if you can't get there, just simply say, you know, you're asking me to find this particular house at that particular price, and I really don't think I can get there, and it would be dishonest of me to say to you that I can. So what's our way forward? I'd rather have you as a friend than I would tell you I think I can get this job done for you. You'll be astonished at the results. You'll be happy. You're going to have clients that clean up their act pretty quickly, get reasonable, and go out there and purchase homes. But if you duck this and you don't have the conversation, you're just going to be running around unhappy. And I don't want to see that happen to you.